What's going on YouTube? It's your boy CamATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section down in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway. All right, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through. I'm not going to take too much of y'all's time. I'm going to get to the point. Get straight to the players that I like and I'm interested in and build this first look lineup. So make sure you stay to see this first look lineup, all right? Last week's first look absolutely dominated. So we dominated in everything, by the way. If you have been struggling in NFL, you shouldn't be. Go to greenlightdfs.com and join the squad. Let's start at quarterback, okay? Now, Ben Roethlisberger against Cleveland, I like it because I think Cleveland's able to keep this game close. I think Ben at home is a beast, and at 6-1, he is a solid option. Mahomes at 7,000 is a decent option against Denver, yes. Denver's secondary has been doing a much better job the last 2 weeks, but Patrick Mahomes has still been super hot. My favorite of the bunch, though, is Jared Goff at 6,000, okay? Real quick, I'll talk about Jared Goff after I touch on a few other guys I would be interested in playing. Andy Dalton. This is pretty much my player pool that I'm interested in right here, okay? Either Ben Roethlisberger, Patrick Mahomes, and I get the two main guys, or Jared Goff or Andy Dalton. Jared Goff and Andy Dalton are my two favorite overall options. Dalton's going against that Tampa Bay dreadful secondary. I love Andy Dalton, and Jared Goff gets the pleasure of finally going up against a quarterback that's going to give them a run for their money and actually be able to score. Aaron Rodgers is a guy that I love to play quarterbacks against that team because I know Aaron Rodgers is going to find a way to get in the end zone. And that is good for us when it comes to playing Jared Goff at 6,000. He's going to have to throw the ball much more. This is more of a game script where it's going to be more of a balanced attack instead of just leaning so heavily on Gurley. I do think Gurley has a good game, but I think Green Bay is going to be able to score here. So I like Jared Goff at 6,000, but Andy Dalton for 200 more is right around there too. Tampa Bay is the worst secondary in the league. They gave up 30 to Matt Ryan and then gave up 20.9 to Baker Mayfield. Trubisky went off on them for 46 in week 4. They've just been really, really bad. So Andy Dalton could be a very solid option there. Baker Mayfield will be playing catch-up against Pittsburgh, so at 5-7, that's decent. But I'm really not going to be playing Baker anymore, seeing that he struggled so much last week in what I thought which was the best possible matchup that he could have had. He just struggled a little too much for me, and I didn't really like that. So I'm not going to be playing him much right now, even though he'll be down and be having to throw. Sorry, guys. All right. Last but not least, Case Keenum is interesting to me, too, against Kansas City. Kansas City's secondary is horrible. That defense is dreadful. And Keenum's going to have to throw. You already know that. So at 5-1, Case Keenum is also a very good option. I'm sticking right around here, guys. Jared Goff, Andy Dalton, or I'm spending way down at Case Keenum if I need the money at 5-1. All right? Now, let's go ahead and get to running backs. Todd Gurley against Green Bay, I get it. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a more balanced attack in this one, but Gurley gets it through the air too. So if you have the money, go ahead and go Gurley. I'm going to lock in first and foremost James Conner at 7.5. The reason being for James Conner is that Le'Veon Bell has still not showed up, and James Conner's been absolutely hot the last 2 weeks, 37 and 31. Now he gets the privilege of going against a Cleveland team that gave up 38 to Melvin Gordon, 21 to Marshawn Lynch, and 19 to Isaiah Crowell. They give it up. I think Pittsburgh can get up in this one and give it a lot of James Conner, and at 7.5, I'm locking James Conner in. Next up. Oh, sorry. I accidentally clicked twice. Next up, Kareem Hunt is another one of my favorites on this slate. Denver has been giving it up to running backs this year, okay? They gave up 29 to Kareem last time they played. Okay, Kareem got 121 rushing yards and a touchdown, and he's looking a lot better as of late than he did back then. Okay, these last 2 games, he's been absolutely on fire. Okay, I love Kareem Hunt in this matchup. Gave up 39 to Todd Gurley, 33 to Crowell, and 29 to Kareem Hunt. To himself. Denver is absolutely struggling versus running back. So Kareem Hunt at 7-1, yes, please. All right. Next up, let's go ahead here. I'm going to touch on some other running backs I would be interested in. I'm not interested in David Johnson. That price is a little too high, even though it's against San Francisco. Joe Mixon at 7-3 is interesting. I like that. Kerryon Johnson put on a clinic this last game. Going against Seattle is actually not too bad, but I'm not super excited about it. Chris Carson against Detroit is a really good look. Carson's been getting a ton of carries. He's been getting at least 15 to 20 carries, and Detroit's the worst defense versus the running back in the league. Okay, so I love that. Marlon Mack is sneaky here against Oakland. Marlon Mack at 5-4. I like that. Obviously, these guys in Cleveland, man. Nick Chubb, Duke Johnson, those guys are still make sure you want to keep an eye on them. I like Chubb more than I like Duke. But Duke is 3-9 this week, so it's a bit of a savings. And I do believe Cleveland will be down having to throw to keep up with Pittsburgh. And that's about it, guys. I'm not going any further. All right. Next up, at receiver, A.J. Green. I'm firing my boy A.J. up against this Tampa Bay secondary. How could you not? He's going to dominate. Landry just got 25. Julio the week before that got 27. Receivers are just dominating Tampa Bay. And I've got to go with my boy A.J. Green at 8,000. I love him. Doesn't take much of an explanation. Y'all get it. I love that boy. Next up, a value play this week that I really like. As you guys know, Amari Cooper went to Dallas. I love Jordy Nelson at 4-7. He is now going to get a lot more targets in this offense. Jordy Nelson at 4-7. I love it. Going against the Colts, this is a great secondary to pick on as well. So Jordy Nelson at 4-7, getting extra looks with Amari Cooper out. I absolutely love it. To pair up with our boy Jared Goff, I got to go with Robert Woods. Cooper Kupp is out for a good little bit, okay? This matchup against Green Bay is a great one. Remember what I said? I think this game plan is going to be more balanced. They're at home, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to find out ways to score. So they're going to have to throw. I think Robert Woods gets some good targets in this one. He was able to get 13 in a game where they absolutely smashed San Francisco. Okay, he still got 7 targets, okay? In this one, he's going to get 10 to 12 targets, maybe more. Okay, so I love Robert Woods at 6'8", okay? Now, at tight end, I'm staying with the Cincinnati side of this, man. I love the situation for C.J. Uzomah. Great situation for this kid going against Tampa Bay. Love it. Tight ends have been killing Tampa Bay, just like the receivers have. 16, 22, and 15 the last 3 weeks from tight ends against Tampa Bay. I love C.J. Uzomah, and at 3.5, that's too cheap. Gives us exposure to one of the highest scoring teams, and we already have our boy Woods in the highest total paired with our boy Goff. That's a good look, man. I love C.J. Uzomah. Let's go ahead and touch on another cheap guy that I love. I know this is two guys from that Oakland team, but I really expect Martavis Bryant to come through now. You guys got to understand, Amari Cooper was a big target guy. He got a large amount of the target percent there. Okay, now that he is gone, that is going to be split up between Jordy Nelson and Martavis Bryant. Martavis Bryant at 3.7 is too good a value in a game where it should be a shootout here and they are at home. I am taking advantage of the value there with Amari out now, and I love Jordy and Martavis as very good cheap options this week against a Colts defense that can't stop anybody, yet that offense should be able to score on Oakland. Okay, absolutely love it. Okay, I'm going to touch on some other... Real quick, I'm going to touch on some other receivers. At tight end, I'm not even considering another tight end. I'm going to Uzomah. He's my guy this week. At receiver, though, I'm going to touch on a few other guys. Jarvis Landry is a solid option at 7-2 because, like I said, I do expect Cleveland to get down and be throwing a lot against Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill, I'm not too interested in 8-6. Brandon Cooks is a nice look at 6'9". I do think he's able to beat him deep. Marquise Goodwin was able to get behind that secondary of Green Bay multiple times, so I think Brandon Cooks could definitely do the same. He's the same type of receiver, just a real quick guy who could get behind that secondary. Tyler Boyd against Tampa Bay is solid at 6'7". I like that. Cooper Kupp most likely will be missing. I don't have any updated news, but I'll have to wait and see. If Cooper Kupp plays, I love him, but I doubt he will. Next up, let's see. Allen Robinson is a solid option. I like him. Demaryius Thomas against KC. Okay, Denver's going to have to throw a shit ton, which is why I mentioned their quarterback earlier. They're going to have to throw a shit ton. So Demaryius and Emmanuel Sanders are definitely 100% in play. Christian Kirk has been getting some good looks in this Arizona offense, and they're going to have to throw. Okay, Arizona's defense is just so bad that here going against San Francisco, San Francisco's even is going to score, and Kirk's gonna have to throw. I mean, not Kirk, but you know what I'm talking about. Kirk's gonna have to get a lot of targets here. He's been getting some solid targets at 4-5. San Francisco has been doing fairly well versus receivers, but they actually gave up 18 to this same guy in week 5. All right. So keep an eye on Christian Kirk at 4-5. I do like the value of Martavis and Jordy better though. That's about it, guys. I mean, I'm not going too crazy at wide receiver. They all are pretty obvious and pretty great options. Let's go ahead and touch on defense. Now, at defense, I'm going with the Washington Redskins at 2-7, but we'll talk about this for a second. I love the Redskins versus the Giants because Eli is just stuck with the dumb face. I just do not like Eli. If you're a Giants fan, I'm sorry. Eli's had some great years. He was a great quarterback, but now he's just getting to the point where it's like, okay, you're pretty much starting him only because of his name at this point. Eli Manning is just that offensive line's not doing him any favors, not helping him out much. Washington's defense should be able to get to him multiple times in this one, force a few turnovers. I love the Redskins D, and it's too cheap at 2-7. Anybody else that I'd be interested in using defensively? The 49ers could be sneaky at 2-5 against Arizona. That team is just so bad. The Steelers at 2-3 against Cleveland could also be sneaky. So those are the guys I'm interested in. The 49ers, the Steelers, and my favorite one is the Redskins versus the Giants. And that's it, guys. There's your first look. Jared Goff, James Conner, Kareem Hunt, A.J. Green, Jordy Nelson, Robert Woods, C.J. Azuma, Martavis Bryant, and Redskins defense. Good luck, everybody. Go to greenlightdfs.com to join the squad officially. We have not lost for what seems like since like week 1, week 2. I can't remember exactly, but it's been a long time. We have been absolutely on fire. So has NBA. 2 back-to-back nights over 300. We've been killing NBA as well, streaking on that as well. We are streaking on both sports right now. So go to greenlightdfs.com to join the squad. Drop a like down below. Comment anything in the comment section for the $50 giveaway. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Follow me on Twitter if you have any questions at @cam_ATL. Things might change, and as they do, I will update you guys on Twitter. So follow my Twitter at @cam_ATL. Thanks, guys, for watching as always, and I'm out.